Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Hold up. Invalid path or connection URL.
What?
Oh, please check your settings to confirm that they are valid. Mother.
It's not important to KH3. Okay, them, go dreaming about it. Nomura has said that it fucking links, you fucking dumbass. Chi is pronounced like Ki. Fuck's sake, you even play Birth by Sleep. If you don't like KH games, then why don't talk about it? Really, it's the only main reason I stopped watching your videos.
Do you know
how
if it was announced or not yet?
And
you say Kingdom Hearts shows down my hate you care about that point to waste time first and enjoy something and I'm not sure what you said. You're on all it's not much like
Tramontate stelle all'alba vincerò, vincerò, vincerò.
Oh my god, what the fuck am I doing with my life?
Hey, what's up, gentlemen and ladies? Happy Inventors Day in the US, and I knew I would have to end up making. I knew I would have to end up making a video about this this game. Inevitably, Kingdom Hearts Chi. I'm sorry, I don't have enough respect to call it Kingdom Hearts Key. Back cover. We're gonna be talking about the story. It's gonna be fun. We got Aliahsan.
Yeah, Lee here once again. Back at
We got Darius.
Hello! You probably haven't seen me in a while, but hey, I'm black, kinda.
Check out my YouTube channel.
It's an old ass collab from like E3 2015 where we talked about like Kingdom Hearts or something. Yeah. Something about a pair.
Darius who? Oh, that
Darius
dude.
who?
Yeah, you're an ass.
So yeah, check these guys' channels will be in the description and all that fun stuff. Basically, we're just gonna be talking about our thoughts on, like I said, Kingdom Hearts Chi, Ki, X, Kai, back cover, whatever you want to call it, and what we thought about it. So I guess before anything else, Ali, you want to get your thoughts out as a newbie to the Kingdom Hearts series? What you think about the movie?
So for the movie, I mean, overall, oh man, this is gonna be. Ooh, okay. So for Ki back cover, if I'm right, because it's like a bunch.
Did you know what was going on?
I actually did understand it because I played a little bit of Unchained.
I was hoping you would say no because I was gonna say, to be honest, me neither. But then you said yeah.
To be honest, for the most part, yeah, it's kind of a clusterfuck. But I did, yeah, I followed along pretty well. I think it was just really good part on like how they showcase certain scenes. I mean, they made it pretty obvious, like who's like who, because like, you know, they always had like a case thing, like case of Lushu, case of Ira, everything like that. They really did Ira.
You said Lushu right? You didn't say Luxu, but then you messed up.
Luxa.
I don't know, like all these names, they like pronounce them like now they're like doing it on purpose. Like they pronounce them especially wrong.
What kind of a name is Zayn? Really? Like,
I don't know. Like, what was that one girl's name? What the
Envy?
fuck? And yeah, it's like,
no, Avi.
Avi, yeah, it's like it's like Ava. I'm like, it's not. You mean
Ava? Yeah.
It's like Ava.
I remembered Ava because while I was recording the thing, I was like Ava, like avocado. Okay, that's how.
Yeah, like guava. Yo, Dean, you gotta edit that guava in here.
Guava.
But I think for the most part, it was a pretty holistic experience. I appreciate a bunch of points.
I guess.
From it.
Well, but before we like get into it, like, how much of Unchained have you guys played?
I played it for like 2 weeks, and then I was just like, yeah. I mean, it's a mobile game, so I'm not gonna be like playing it that much. So I just like, as real games came out, I just kind of stopped. But it wasn't bad at all, actually.
I mean, compared to most mobile games, it was pretty good.
The thing that I find pretty bullshit about it is the fact that they're like different stories. And the whole point of the collections was to catch people up for Kingdom Hearts 3. But if Unchained has a different story than back cover, then that's the one game that people are going to need to play because it's not the same story as back cover. Although, according to me, when I said that, like in that one video, actually in those two videos, ages ago at this point, that Kingdom Hearts Chi is irrelevant and you don't need to play it to understand Kingdom Hearts 3, which I still pretty much stand by that statement. But we'll get into that in a little bit. Ali, continue.
I mean, for like back cover, I mean, for what it was supposed to be, like just an entertaining kind of movie that kind of somewhat explains some things about Kingdom Hearts Key. I think it did its purpose, but I think it would have been a lot better if it was more fleshed out. Like, first of all, an hour is good, but like this is a Kingdom Hearts thing. Like, they need
shorter than the Recoded and Days one because those are both like 3 hours.
Yeah, like I wanted a little bit more of a coherent like movie experience. Like I wanted it to be at least like 2 hours, to be honest. Like I was expecting at least an hour and a half minimum. So
would you say that
I was
to be
expecting
honest,
a little bit more.
Being 100% real.
To be 100% real, I was expecting a little bit more. Now
anyways,
yo, we be jacking that too much. Every video has the same joke. Oh my god. But,
memes, guys.
Oh yeah, you know, come to my channel if you want dank memes.
Shameless.
Not even shameless, bro.
Click the annotation / card / end screen / link in the description.
It's also in the description.
Too.
I even do it in the comments because it's not even on my channel.
There will also be a pinned comment by Aliahsan that has a link to his channel and to his donation page if you guys want to go to Let Me Stop.
It's like Patreon all day. Yeah. But I mean, for what it proved, it did a really good job. But like I said, I was expecting more. No pun intended. But I mean, there was a number of things I did have issues with. Don't get me wrong. Like, it could have explained a lot of things a lot better. At the end of the day, I still don't know what the heck they basically want you to still play Kingdom Hearts Chi, but I guess they
Unchained. You should specify.
I think
Chi is the one on PC, which got discontinued.
I think Dean kind of said it in the best way when he was kind of explaining kind of back cover way back when. It is back cover. It's the back cover.
Yeah,
of the
right.
book
I was like,
even
they know it. It's the back cover of the. Like, that's such a random name to put it. Like,
I think but it basically, like, if you guys read still, if you like picked up a book and you go in the back is like that, there's like that back summary thing. It basically is that, like, it kind of.
There should have been like a picture of Nomura with, like, you know, like at a bookstore signing autographs or something, and like his life story summed up in like 2 paragraphs or something.
Exactly. Tetsuya
As a
Nomura
young
back cover.
boy living in Osaka, Japan. Tetsuya Nomura, let me. But yeah.
I guess, like, for my kind of general consensus of it, pros, it was pretty good experience watching it, especially, you know, watching it while I was like half asleep. Because, like, I don't know, because like I got this new TV, and it's like, finally a smart TV, and then like I was like playing
straight
YouTube,
up. Like, I appreciate the honesty.
I appreciate watching it and everything like that. It was pretty nice.
Yeah, it did look actually really good. I mean, again, it had the same issue with like some of the characters. I know we don't get to see like their eyes and stuff, but like their mouths and stuff, they just look kind of plastic-y. But
the voice acting was top notch. I really like Ray Chase.
It was hit or miss. I think like some of the voice acting was good. Obviously Ray Chase, and some of it was.
No, I was surprised, like, because Ray Chase, like, there's some things with, like, Noctis, it was, like, a little bit, like, awkward with the thing, but then again, that's his character, like, Noctis is awkward, and that really showed, like, I'm like, oh, damn, like, legit, like, I was really impressed at how comical and enjoyable, like, following the story was, because usually if it's, like, serious and stuff, it's a lot of, like, backlore and stuff, but they made it into an enjoyable experience, like, the Master of Masters, for what is given, you know, he's a funny.
The Master of Masters was Heath Ledger. It was Heath Ledger Joker.
Yo, like he was funny. Like, he was cracking jokes left and right.
Speaking of Ray Chase, Ali, I'm giving you a chance to plug your stuff. You missed it. 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 You missed it.
Ray Chase, but you know, you're gonna have to see what's coming up.
You need to ask him, like, if he got inspiration from anybody in specific, because you like Darius, you probably already know there's been that theory going around about Zigbar / Break.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I mean,
true. I noticed
For
that.
me, that
I
theory
guess we
doesn't
could-
make any sense, but yeah, continue.
Well, I mean, I guess we could talk about that. Like, it's just, what do you think about the Master of Masters to get into like theory, territory, and that kind of stuff?
yeah,
and, like,
I think
what he's gonna end up being.
Since this is your video, you should like do a recap of the theory that's going around, like the main one with that whole shit. You know, give people.
But well, basically, like people, I've heard like a lot of variations of it, but people have been saying stuff like, oh, maybe he like in some way is Braig, because obviously we know that, like, I believe the term for it is body hopping, where you literally like you get old and then you go into like a young person's body and then use that until you get old and then you go into another like young person's body, which is basically what some people theorize Xehanort has been doing. Like Terra was not actually the first person that he possessed or whatever, and there's some theories that maybe he did that in some way, the Master of Masters, because he very clearly knew that he was going to be gone, and like he kind of sort of predicted everything as if he had it planned. He even to a degree kind of caused the Keyblade War, because there was a whole thing about the traitor in the group, which, to be honest, there really wasn't a traitor, unless you could say the thing like, oh, they were all the traitors except for Lucia, who was not even there for half the movie, but that's irrelevant. So most people think that he told them that there was going to be a traitor, just to sort of like plant that seed of doubt inside each of them, so that then they
like
would turn
Cooler.
against each other. Yeah. And then like that would end up being what caused the war. So like people speculate that he wanted the war to happen, and then of course like he prepared for it in like a billion different ways. He gave the Keyblade, the Xehanort's Keyblade, which I believe still doesn't have a name, to Lucio, and he also gave him the chest, which we will also talk about a little bit later. So do you have any theories on like the Master Masters, or Mom, as some people like to call
Oh
him?
my god, I just noticed that fucking Mom.
Wait,
Yeah,
Oh, wait.
it's also
Kinda
back in the
lost.
day, people used to call the special edition the Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Mom edition, because it was Mark of Mastery.
Oh my
So
Wait, I
Yeah, I
just
get it.
got it.
Oh, Mark
all of
Magic, I get it.
these abbreviations.
the connections.
Sora's mom is behind it all.
Linky.
No.
Oh my god.
That's the reason why we
This
don't
makes
see
too
her.
much sense.
We don't see her ever, except for that one time in one where she's like, "Go to bed, bitch." Anyways, yeah.
Go to bed.
Have you guys seen there's a, I think Ali and I watched it one time. There's this fan-made Kingdom Hearts musical called Fandom Hearts, and
Right.
in that part they basically had like Sora's mom be like, "Sora, I'm out of toilet paper." And like she was calling him over the bed. It was pretty funny.
Dang. Sora's
But,
mom
yeah.
is really something.
Sora's mom was something else. No, but like, yes, seriously, Master of Masters,
Mom
Sora's mom confirmed. Mom edition.
Oh my
Sora's mom is the mom in the mom.
god. I
edition.
swear, if she has to do anything, I'm just gonna laugh and probably not even finish the game.
I hope we at least see
think
her.
Nomura
That would be dope
forgot
if we
about
Honestly,
her.
like everybody assumes it's Sora's mom, but do we really know? Like, do we really?
What, Lucio?
Yes. No, not even Lucio. We were talking about the Master of Masters. Ali.
Masters. Those are two different
Keep
people.
up.
Oh. Nah, bro. Ray Chase, that's... I don't know, man. At this point.
Yo, Noctis. It's the same voice actor. Noctis is Sora's mom.
Noctis
Confirmed.
is Master of Masters. Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy 15. Same universe. Confirmed.
I mean, it'd
DLC
be cool if
for
we got
Kingdom Hearts 3
Noctis
multiplayer
in.
confirmed. Noctis playing the character.
and it's gonna be coming out like 6 months late.
Yep.
Confirmed, because Final Fantasy. Anyways, regardless. I keep wanting to say Mark of Mastery. Master
say
of
Mom.
Masters, Darius. Mom, Darius. Any theories?
I'm one of those people, as I start to, like, because ever since I started the channel, my channel about 2 years ago, because all of us really, for the most part, we kind of are out looking for information and, you know, trying to inform our viewers about what's going on, like the latest stuff, and give our views and stuff like that. I think we already do enough. So, like, for me, at the end of the day, the thing I want to do is just enjoy games, even though we're kind of in this position where, like, we want to get stuff out early and all that stuff. So, like, I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, I don't think too deeply about, in terms of, like, Kingdom Hearts, I don't think too deeply into what they showed for, you know, back cover. Obviously, it keeps you thinking, and it like definitely does get you thinking, like, who is that? Who's this other person and all that shit? Like, I was thinking that. I was like, who is that? But then as I kind of like just like marinate over it, I was like, they're clearly leaving this whatever like up to us to figure out later on Kingdom Hearts 3. So I'm like, we just need to wait. So like, honestly, I have no real thoughts.
The thing is, if it's not connected, like with the break thing in some way, shape, or form, then I feel like it's just gonna feel like it came out of nowhere, because it literally has nothing to do almost with any of the rest of the games. And if like this guy just randomly shows up in Kingdom Hearts 3, it's like, oh yeah.
Well, let's remember in 0.2, didn't it open up with whoever that was with the box and
Lucio,
the Keyblade? Yeah.
Well, presumably Lucio.
Yeah, it opened up with that person standing
and the
in front
Keyblade, right?
Yeah, it was the Keyblade and the box. So they're trying to. It definitely was trying to connect all this together. So this is definitely a collection.
It's definitely Lucio.
When was that?
What do you mean?
When did it take place?
You're talking about like when he was sitting there looking at Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah.
I definitely.
Clearly, it was after the Keyblade War.
Yeah, I definitely want. Honestly, we don't actually know because they show that, but like at the same time, they also show that whatever's happening in 0.2 is happening during Kingdom Hearts 1. But
yeah, so at the ending of like Unchained, Kingdom Hearts, I'm assuming, I guess I wasn't really thinking about it, but like Kingdom Hearts just shows up, right, at the end of Unchained when they're having a war. It would make sense to why it was there.
Maybe. It could be.
Because the way I was thinking about it was like, maybe it takes place like around Birth by Sleep, and I'm like, okay, first of all, that man lived for way longer than he should have. Maybe he's like an old, hunched over bastard, like in that one cutscene. But,
it's like Xehanort.
Yeah, so Kingdom Hearts was there. So clearly it was after. The weird thing is, at the ending of a back cover, we see Lucio carrying like the chest or the case or whatever you want to call it across what looked like the Badlands, which is obviously the Keyblade Graveyard. Like they're the same. It's like Land of Departure and Castle Oblivion. So, and it was the daytime too, which I guess like it is the daytime in the world outside of that one region. It's the weird Kingdom Hearts thing, different time of day in the same world. Regardless, he was dragging it through the desert, presumably, like, and then he, for some reason, like, then went to the spot of the graveyard itself and then just looked at what happened. I don't know, it was weird. Because Mom did tell him something, like a secret that, of course, we didn't get to hear.
Yeah, what was
he, like,
inside of the
something
box?
into his ear.
Like, I was just wondering, I'm like, whoa, what's in the box?
What's in my box?
Anybody, like, have any guesses? Like, even, like, hardcore Kingdom Hearts theorists have been like, nah, I'm not going near the box, just because we literally know nothing about it. I remember I saw some Kingdom Hearts YouTubers video, I forget, I'm sorry, where they mentioned the fact that it has 20, I believe, locks on it, or like 20, like something.
Oh,
on
20
the box.
spikes.
Yeah, spike or something like that. And some people have been saying maybe it's like the 20 pieces of Kingdom Hearts,
Kingdom
or
Hearts,
something
because
like
you need the
related
7 lights
to
and the
that.
13 vessels and shit like that.
The 13 darknesses.
Okay.
Yeah.
These bitches smart out here. Alright. But
Maybe that's why he was there. He was there to collect the broken pieces.
yeah, and honestly, like that. Honestly, that's actually so like the Master of Masters, I had no idea who it was. I did not think it was Xehanort, but I do think Lucio was like a very young Xehanort. That's automatically what I thought of when I saw that, because I'm thinking like, okay, we never really know fully why Master Xehanort wants to basically open up Kingdom Hearts and destroy like all worlds and all that shit. That's
Xehanort.
Well, he wants like balance.
Yeah, it's
hold on,
supposedly balanced, but like, okay, so let's
actually-
even. Oh, what was you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say, like, you have to I don't think Lucio was like Xehanort, because like, wait, hold up. Oh, no, cut that out.
Interruptions for days.
No, forget that. No, I was just gonna say like Lucio, like, Lucio.
Ali, keep going. What were you gonna say?
Because like with Master of Masters, he
Ali,
told.
it's fine. You can continue.
No, I know. No, with Master of Masters, like he told.
What were you gonna
Lucio,
say, Ali? Like,
I'm trying to say it. No, with the Master of
it's
Masters,
fine.
like,
You can go.
Oh my god. So yeah, you're done.
It's okay. After, dang, what was I talking about? Dang it, Dean.
The Masters is something about Lucio and the box and the.
So for Master, he told Lucio that he could see everything in the future with the Book of Prophecy because of Lucio and the gate, the Keyblade.
Because of
And
the eye, which is something else that we'll talk about. In a little
Yeah,
bit.
and he had apprentices, so I'm thinking Lushu trained Master Xehanort, young Xehanort and young Ericus.
That's also a popular theory that Lucia went on to become the master for Ericus and Xehanort, which would make sense as to why in the Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer we see Xehanort's Keyblade like up on the wall.
Yeah.
If it was Lushu, he would have had that Keyblade and he would have up there. I mean, we never get to see Lushu's proper
face,
Keyblade, like his actual Keyblade. Well, yeah, obviously their face, but like we never saw his Keyblade if he has one. Like he always just used that one, which wouldn't be his. It would have been given to him by mom.
Okay, so what do you guys think like is in the box? Because like I was like, you guys said something about 20 pieces or something. I'm like, what is it?
For me, it again that feeds into what I was thinking about how that might be Master Xehanort because, you know, like Dean was saying, he wants to bring balance. And the fact that box...
You think it's physically mom in the chest? Like he stuffed himself in there so that he would survive through the war?
Nah.
Contortionist
but like, doesn't it kind of seem like... If we're going to be getting into this, we obviously going to have to nitpick because we don't fucking know anything.
Yeah.
But like, doesn't it seem kind of weird that box, like you said, has 20 spikes? And then the fact that Master Xehanort wants the 13... vessels of darkness versus the 7 Keyblade wielders to come together. I think maybe something in that box isn't just what I guess mom is saying, you know, this is going to be the end all be all. Maybe there's a time later on where he's informed like you can open up the box now, but it's like another mission for him to do. And then that's where Lushu, maybe being Xehanort, is like, oh, this is my mission. And he comes across Master Ericus and then all basically the rest of Kingdom Hearts series.
He's gonna be like old as fuck.
Exactly, and then that also explains why
Xehanort is pretty old.
Yeah, exactly. That also explains why Xehanort wanted to switch bodies and stuff like that.
Yeah. The thing is, so people mention, like I mentioned this earlier about the eye. What I forget what exactly it's called. Yeah, is that what it's called?
The gazing eye.
Basically, everybody called it the gazing eye, and then in back cover, mom was like, "Yeah, that's not actually its name. It doesn't have a name." So,
I feel like that was like a nudge from Nomura's. Like, it's like this is what people think they call it, but it's not.
That's like really if in Final Fantasy 15 they were like, "What are those cloud monsters?"
It's like, well, it's like, what is it, cloud monsters? He's like, well, it doesn't really have a name.
Tabata sees my videos confirmed. No, let me stop. But yeah, like he basically confirmed that like he can see through the eyes. So, you know, this is super like looking way too much into it. But I'm just saying, Xigbar is missing an eye. That's as much as I'm gonna say.
Wait, but no, we figured out why Xigbar lost an eye, right?
I know. But still, like,
yeah, and the Keyblade existed before that happened, so I don't. And then also, I was.
But maybe that was like
the other thing I was thinking about with that whole Xigbar thing. I don't know if Xigbar's dead or not, but like I remember I played Dream Drop Distance.
Does Ansem the Wise have like a cast on his
Hold
eye?
on, I'm trying to say something. I was playing Dream Drop Distance again, and in the beginning, it shows. I want to say Terranort. He basically strikes down
Apprentice Xehanort.
Yeah, Apprentice Xehanort. He strikes down Braig, and then he just
Braig and Dylan and Yenzo and.
But
Evan.
but like when he gets strike down, because I think Braig comes back to his normal self again, right? But when he gets strike down, he like dissolves into something. So he's either dead or he went back to Xigbar. But I think
that was just like the darkness or something. Basically, like that was when he like unlocked his heart, because Xehanort's Keyblade has the ability to unlock people's hearts for some reason.
Yeah.
Well, obviously because it's special, as we do see in back cover. And then that was what caused him to turn into a nobody, Xigbar. And then when he was killed as a nobody, he came back as Braig in 3D. But obviously at that point he didn't care about the fact that Xehanort killed him, because he was already part Xehanort.
So I'm just kind of figuring out what kind of happened to him after Terranort kills him as being Braig.
He just turned into Xigbar. I think that's what
again.
Happens. No, that was not. That was like a flashback.
That was a flashback. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. All right. Yep.
Because I think, I could be mistaken, but I think Yenzo is still a little kid in that.
Yes.
And Zexion is like a little. He's the only one that actually like sort of ages because he was pretty young in Birth by Sleep.
Yeah.
So that is one way to tell.
Yeah, I was just a little bit
um,
confused because later on they show all the organization members to be like human again, and they're like good to go and shit.
Well, except the last like 3 or 4 or something.
Yeah.
Like that. But the other thing that I was talking about the eye. There are some people that theorize that the Master of Masters could in some way be Xehanort himself, and the reason why I don't think that is true is because if you look at young Xehanort in Birth by Sleep and in Dream Drop, actually, he has the no-name Keyblade. I know there's like variations of the no-name Keyblade. There's like 2 or 3 different types. They're not exactly all the same, but it's basically like the same general idea. And none of those Keyblades have the eye.
Yeah.
Which it would make no sense for him, his own Keyblade to not have it if he was Mom or the Master of Masters. And it wasn't until he became Xehanort that he got the one Keyblade that does have the eye.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think that he is Xehanort. Again, maybe he's Lushu.
Yeah.
Maybe maybe Lushu is their master, and then Xehanort like killed Lushu or something and took the Keyblade.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was saying. Like, I honestly do not believe that the Master of Masters is whatever. Because, I mean, it's not like he couldn't lie, but, like, he's pretty well known to be Master Xehanort or whatever. Like, Master of Masters means, like, he is the first one of any type of master. So any title that says Master whatever, Master Ericus, Master Xehanort, is, like, a descendant
Master
of him.
Aqua.
Exactly.
Master Yansid.
Yeah, like,
and Master Rika.
They're all descendants of this master. And I think it's pretty clear that Nomura was like, I'm gonna name him Master of Masters to make sure that people know this is a new character.
Well, one, to not give off his name.
That, and then also I think it was very blatant to be like, this is a new character with power like you've probably never seen before, and he could be the sole reason why all this is happening. And you're gonna find out.
Also, talking about his name, I think a lot of people. This one I do actually remember. It was Sora Alum's other dean. His video where he talked about the naming of the 7, whatever you want to call them, the 7 people. Also, may I just point out that joke that Mom made towards the beginning where he was like, what, 7? You think 7 people are gonna save the world? It's just like,
oh yeah, that was actually kind of cool. I was like, that's fucking dope, because that's what we're trying to do right now.
Yeah. Pretty much, right? They have like 9 or so.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the naming for all of them, they're named after like the 7 deadly sins in like Latin or whatever. And like most people figured out that like the only one that was missing was I forget the word for it, but it started with super. It was like super something. Like that was the word. So people speculate that the Master of Masters' name was or is super. So, but I guess like on the topic of him, do you think that he's good or bad or like what do you think like he's up to? Because it's really like vague. You can't really tell.
Well, I mean, I've been speaking a lot. I don't know if Ali wants to go first now or something like that.
Ali, I mean, you have any stuff? Go for it. No, okay, Darius.
I mean, he doesn't.
I don't even think he's here.
I know he really isn't that well versed in like all of the shit. So like he.
Yeah, I'm like lost right
now. Oh,
now.
I was about to say he pulled a classic Aliahsan where he just leaves and then he doesn't even say anything.
I'm sorry, guys. I got something to eat and then I had to.
I know. I'm about to get something to eat too.
He was like, hold up, guys. I'll be right back. Yeah, large. Like you're ordering.
Yeah. So. The question you said was, do you think he's bad? Do you think Master of Masters is bad?
Do you think that he has like evil intentions, or do you think?
See, that's the thing, right? Like, this whole series started with him because back cover is the start. It's the earliest in terms of story.
Ironically,
yes, it's the earliest in terms of
the back cover.
Yeah, it's the earliest in terms of story we have for this series so far. And it was actually kind of cool because when I was literally watching this at school because they have a PS4 at my school, and like somebody walked in and was like, "Oh, what's Kingdom Hearts about?" I was like, "Well, I'm about to watch the friggin' first, like literally chronologically the first thing that happens. So you might just want to watch this and then go from there." And then like a whole bunch of other people.
Kingdom Hearts negative 0.1.
Exactly. And then other people came in. It was literally a crowd of people just watching the shit. It was pretty cool. But anyways, I honestly don't know. I think like. In the context of where we're at, like we assume because we love Sora so much and he's just trying to make everything okay, you could people could automatically look at him and be like, well, he's the start of the reason why all this happened. If that's Xehanort, if Lucio is Xehanort, then he's the one that put him on this mission, so he's obviously bad. But we don't know. Like, if you look at it from just the Master of Masters, like what we have on him so far, we really don't know that much about him. All we know is that he's trying to test these people and see what happens, and he's putting these people on different missions. We don't know why he's doing it.
Clearly he knew what was going to happen. So,
Exactly.
like, and they kind of hint about it a little bit with the eye, but, like, he can kind of see the future in some way. So I think that, like, he saw a future where what he wanted to happen happened because of the Keyblade War. Whatever his end goal was, he needed the war to happen in order to get there, which is why he caused it by pinning the foretellers against each other.
Exactly. I think it's gonna be similar but a different situation than Xehanort. For some reason, I think that, again, like you said, he knew all this was gonna happen. But I think if Lucio is Xehanort, which in my mind, like, it makes the most sense that he is, I think he's telling Xehanort, you need to open up Kingdom Hearts for this reason, but that's not the real reason that Master of Masters wants to open up Kingdom Hearts.
So you think that, like, what he whispered to him is what Xehanort is currently planning?
Yes,
right
but
now?
that's not exactly what Master of Masters needs to happen in terms of, like, why they're opening up Kingdom Hearts.
The thing is, there's a theory that I've heard, which I don't like, but it's basically a theory that the Keyblade War that everybody talks about is not actually the first Keyblade War. It's basically like a loop situation, and you can pretty much figure it out just from hearing that.
Yeah.
Where basically, like, there is a balance of light and darkness, and then for some reason the Master of Masters wanted there to be an imbalance, or he needed there to be for something, so he had the Keyblade War, which basically, like, reset the world. It didn't completely reset it, but it did, like, change it a lot. Obviously, all the worlds were separated after that, and light ended up sort of overtaking darkness by quite a bit. And then it comes back around, and, like, Xehanort does the same thing, and, like, he resets it again, and he causes there to be a balance, or maybe he causes it to be, like, you know, more darkness this time around. And it's basically just a loop that keeps going back and forth over and over and over again of people, like, resetting the world and changing, sort of messing with the balance of the two. I wouldn't like that personally, but it is a theory that some people have been, like, throwing around, so I guess it's possible. The thing that just doesn't make sense to me is, like, why the Master of Masters would need that to begin with. Like, you would think that he of all people would know that having a balance is, like, the best. But
it's all very confusing. We have exactly no idea why he's doing all this, and which I love. Like, I love that Nomura's giving us, like, absolutely nothing. He's just adding on to the reason why we need to hold on for Kingdom
Memories.
Yeah, he's literally adding on to the reason why we should very much be excited for Kingdom Hearts 3, because he's like, we have all these mechanics, but if you watch this and you play this, and you get a literally, if you play Dream Drop Distance, you get a full recap of the entire series, to a very simple degree.
Kind of.
To a very simple degree.
Yeah.
But he's like, this is another reason why you must know everything, like, before we get to Kingdom Hearts 3, because this man, I'm giving you to him, but we have no idea who the hell this person is, why he's, like, you know, who these people are.
I mean, there's that other theory that Mom is actually, you know, Walt Disney, but
he's like, I want you to experience all of my work that I've made in my entire life. I want you to go around.
That's why he did it.
I want you to go around and really appreciate this, because I'm not here anymore. And literally, didn't Mom say, he's like, I'm gonna be gone. You're not gonna know when, but I'm gonna be gone. He's like,
I think he said, I might be gone someday. Like, he phrased it in a way where, like, it doesn't sound like he 100% knows.
Yeah.
Or, like, you couldn't use it against him if you were like, oh no, you said you knew. Like, no, he technically didn't, but it was very clear that he, like, knew exactly what was going on.
Like, to be honest, when I'm really thinking about it, because I haven't really thought this deeply about back cover since I finished watching it, I really just thought it was, like, sort of like an information dump of stuff that happened before Birth by Sleep.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I always kind of felt that way. That's why, and I guess I'll get into this a little bit later, I still don't think that it's that important. But anyways, continue.
Yeah, I honestly kind of did think, like, in terms of when I started really thinking about it, I guess recently, it kind of reminded me of, not that 15 story was obviously complete, but like the whole like thing about like there's something happening that you cannot stop, and you're on this path, you're going to have to go down it. Like, it's no coincidence that all of these people are linked up and that things happened at a certain time to, you know, it kind of almost feels like Nomura took his original story from 15 and is now implementing it some way into Kingdom Hearts 3 and whatever happens.
Screw you, Tabata, I'm making back.
Exactly. So like I don't even think Master of Masters is where it ends in terms of like who is the highest up, like who was the first person to really start this whole motion into play.
Who was his master?
Exactly. I feel like there's someone or some people above him that are like, you need to do this. You figure it out.
Straight up just the gods. He was taught by Kingdom Hearts itself.
I have no idea who or what, but I have this feeling that there's someone above him.
Maybe he was taught by Walt Disney.
Oh my goodness. That was Walt Disney. That would be terrible if that was Walt Disney just controlling.
Okay, guys, so I've just ordered.
What if it was
okay?
God damn it! What if it was just like literally a guy in a hood, and like you meet him at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3, right? Like Sora's talking to him like in like inside Kingdom Hearts or some bullshit, and like he's just talking to this guy in a hood, and like he asks him like some questions, and then he like explains it. Like he's the god supposedly, and then at the end like he's walking away, and then like Sora's like, "Mister, I didn't get your name," and he just turns around, and he's like, Walter.
Oh,
and then he just leaves.
God. It's like the Inception thing. It's like, Wong.
Nah, it would be like the FF7
Dude, that'd be great,
scene.
honestly. I would love that. Damn, that raspy ass fucking throw. Yeah.
I mean, I didn't enjoy. As like they do these little things that like they could do, but like they chose to do just to make things more confusing. Like, why would they I wish they would not use the organization code for like Masters and Lushu, because then
it's
confused. Like, oh,
it connects all of them. It's the code. The code basically says like, you met these organization members before, and like this is connected to Master Xehanort, or no, this is connected to Master Xehanort. Master Xehanort is somehow connected to whoever these people are.
Not necessarily.
In back cover.
Maybe it's just a black coat.
Mickey has worn the coat before. Riku, I could see an argument for Riku, but Mickey has worn the coat before.
Yeah, but he's worn it. He's worn it so that he could travel between the darkness and whatever, and not be caught.
That's what I was gonna say. So originally, we know that the coat was used. Nomura has said this. He basically put it on characters that he hadn't designed yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we could kind of take that for these two characters. They just are not designed yet. But then they went on and said the explanation of, the code protects you from darkness when you go into like the realm of the in-between or whatever, when you're traveling in between worlds. The thing is, I don't see why they would have it, because back then there was no realms. It was all just the same.
No, I was saying like the codes are an identifier of, it's a simple identifier for the player as well as in the story of who's bad and who's good, which is why you kind of get confused when you see Riku. You're like, oh, is he bad? Like, because he's wearing the coat, and then you realize he was going through some shit. And when he takes it, he takes it off,
it was just a phase.
Exactly. When he takes it off,
like black during the time.
When he takes it off, he's good now. So I think the coat is just a simple indicator of what side each character is on in the story.
That could make things simpler for people.
Yeah. And obviously Mickey was wearing it because he didn't want to get caught going between worlds. Like, who the fuck is this dude? He's not wearing the coat.
It's freaking Mickey.
I'm sure that hit him like so much. Like,
that's so good. Like, they didn't even know. There's like, is that Master Xeno? Who are you? It's like,
big ass ears.
He's like,
Demix?
I am Demix. He's like, oh yeah, shoot, that new kid.
You guys like think it's gotta be a pain to like put all that hair that the organization members have like inside the hoodies, because like they must like have to tuck that shit in.
Forget about Zen.
There's like Marluxia, you got like rose petals, fucking rose petals like flying out of your hoodie like every now and then. Just
yeah, I need like, you can't. That's like,
or like freaking Demix with the
mullet.
Yeah, sort of thing. Like how anyways, anime hair.
That's true. Everyone got anime. It's Kingdom Hearts.
I guess like we were for a long time just talking about like the big picture of back cover, but we never actually got into like the individual story of like the foretellers.
Oh, snap.
who, I'm not gonna lie.
They fucked over the bear really bad.
I know.
Yeah, well, Ased.
I said, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for him.
The only reason why, I mean, he came off kind of like asshole-ish throughout the thing, but the reason why I do feel bad for him is because he was literally doing his job.
Yeah.
Like, it was tasked to him to find the traitor. How was he supposed to know there wasn't actually a traitor and Mom is a piece of shit? But
Wait,
like,
no, was it his job? I thought
I
it was
just
Ula's
guys
job
in
to
Final
find the
Fantasy
traitor.
VII, everybody called, like in Advent Children, the 3 whatever fuckers that were called, they called Sephiroth Mom.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Guys, connections.
It's literally the
Kingdom
Final
Hearts
Fantasy
2.
Kingdom Hearts universe now. It's not even
Sephiroth,
just.
Kingdom Hearts
hold
2,
up.
Sephiroth. You guys know about the theory that Sephiroth is Cloud's nobody?
Oh my
Because the shit that happens
Shut
at the
the
end of
fuck
Kingdom
up
Hearts
with
2.
that type of shit.
Yeah,
Oh
no.
my god.
But legit, like at the end of Kingdom Hearts 2, they have them like fighting, and then like Sephiroth says like "I'm your shadow" or something like that. Which in Chain of Memories, Naminé said that she was Kairi's shadow, the same term. Anyways,
Oh my god.
Mom.
Oh my. No, I was talking about like
I said,
Dang
yeah.
it, D.
You're talking
What
about
was I talking
Ased.
about?
Yeah.
No, I was
And
talking
how
about
he got
Ula's
screwed
role.
over.
Ula's role was originally to find the traitor. Asad's role was just to be the right-hand man to Ira. You know what I mean?
It's well, the thing is, they all had like a written role and then a hidden role, like underneath.
Yeah.
So basically, like they were tasked, like for example, Gula, he was like, "Oh, your job is to like find the traitor or whatever," but he was also given like a torn page. And then like Ased was like, "Oh, you're gonna be Ira's right hand man. If Ira ever like fucks up,
So
you
then
gotta
who
be
was
there
the
to
traitor
call
at the
him
end
out
of
on
the
his
day?
shit." Nobody.
Nobody was the
No one was a
traitor.
traitor,
That's the
right?
thing.
At the end of the day, Asad
Or
got fucked over because he was
you
quote-unquote
could say
traitor.
you could argue all of them, but yeah,
Yeah, because everyone was a bitch to Asad.
pretty much.
And I feel bad because I chose Asad as my freaking union.
Of course you would. I
didn't
I
even
chose
know.
I think I chose Envy. I forget what the name of the group is, but like the snake one,
Vesuvius.
something like that.
Something like that. Sounds weird. No.
I forget. Yeah. And then,
Slytherin.
yo, freaking! I thought
Gryffindor.
that one guy, Ephemer,
Ephemera. Yeah, that was Ephemera, but it's Ephemera. apparently.
it's something like that. I thought he was gonna be like.
I thought he was gonna
relevant.
be traitor.
Boy came out in like one scene in the whole movie. Like, what the fuck?
He was a highlight.
They didn't even
Okay.
have that other like Gentiana looking girl from the game. I don't even know her name. That's how,
Oh,
like,
her
little-
name something.
something.
Oh no, Skull.
Yeah, I think it was something like that. But she wasn't even in the thing like at all. It was like
Yeah.
Ephemer was in that one scene.
Hmm.
I remember. Oh my god, there's so many.
I think they
stupid
fixed that one
theories.
scene where it was like a bunch of the people in front of Ava, I think, with the dandelions. I'm like, hold up, at least no one looks the same now.
I know, right?
I mean, they had the same. They repeated the clothes. but
Yeah, but like
That
face,
one
I'm
kid that's just like
bro,
straight up Riku's like outfit, 100%.
Yo, facts. Nah, bro. When I was looking, I'm like, bro, dang, they need to fix this. Like everyone looks the same. Like this dude, just two
Oh, yeah,
characters.
and
everyone
also
looks the
like
same.
I was talking about the hidden role and stuff. Ava, she had the thing of like, oh, you need to like make sure that like Keyblade wielders live on, which is, in my opinion, what sort of helps me to think that maybe the Master of Masters didn't live through the Keyblade War, because he very specifically wanted Ava to make the what are they called, the dandelions, so that basically like Keyblade wielders could live on past the war, like after the end of the world. Like it's the whole thing of like, the apocalypse, but life needs to continue. In this case, it was like the end of all Keyblade wielders, but this one specific group needs to live on because Keyblades still need to exist and all that kind of stuff. And if Mom himself would have lived, then he could have just taught somebody else. So unless he became God or some shit, where like he could not have come down and like taken the time to teach somebody how to swing a key, then it's a little weird that he would do that.
Yeah, another thing I was just thinking about too is Kirithy, that fucking weird little dream thingy.
Oh yeah,
spirit.
straight up a Dream Eater. Which
it's supposedly,
why is there Dream Eaters?
Well, it's supposedly the Master of Masters like Dream Eater, I guess, because if you remember in the beginning, it says like something about like you've shaped up to become like a good Keyblade wielder or something like that, and it's like before my master who created me disappeared. Obviously, we know Master of Masters disappeared somehow at a certain point. It's basically go on to explain what happens in it in a synopsis, but then goes into detail.
But then everyone has a
thing is,
Cherokee
Do they?
Yeah, because like when you think about it, like that's the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 3 when you make your character. I'm like, I was like, is this the
Oh,
same
but I don't think that
character
that's
or-
canon. I think like you're just supposed to be you, and then everyone else is like someone. I don't think like everybody's is canon, but
Oh, everyone's
basically,
not canon.
what was that? I was gonna say, I forgot shit. Oh yeah, so Kingdom Hearts Key on the PC, and then Unchained Key, even though they look like they're identical, they look like they're the same game. There's actually a
they're
lot
not.
of stuff and people talking about how they're not, and how one of them is what actually happened in real life, and which lines up with back cover. So back cover was going on behind the scenes of one of them. I forget which one's which off the top of my head, because Key is over, but Unchained Key is not. They're still releasing stuff for it. People speculate that they might change something about the ending, because there was all that bullshit with like Maleficent that I'm not gonna go into right now. But some people speculate that one of them actually took place inside some kind of dream world.
Yeah, which would
similar
which would make
to
sense. Why there's like
it would make sense to
Dream
why
Eaters
the
and
Dream Eater would be there, and also some people say that maybe Mom made like a simulation, kind of like the simulated Twilight Town or like Tron, where it's like a world within a world type of thing.
shit. Or the world
and
within
he
a
left it
mind, just
behind
like
or
Dreams
something.
Out of Distance.
Well, yeah, like maybe that's all like in his mind or something going on like that. And then like with the whole the Tomb of Prophecies and how Maleficent like wants to get it, because I forget honestly what happened at that ending cutscene of the recoded movie, but it had something to do with like Maleficent talking about the Tomb of Prophecies. So I guess we'll see when Unchained ends. I'll tell you what, guys, when Unchained Key finishes, when all the episodes are out, I'll marathon through the whole thing, but I'm not gonna play that right now because there's no point.
Yeah.
But yeah. So is there anything else?
No, I mean, I think the main thing you could get out of the main thing I got out of back cover was just like, there's more to the story than you really know, in that all of this will actually make sense.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It was like it basically was Nomura was saying like, I know you're confused right now. I know I'm giving you more information you don't know about, but like just know when 3 comes around, like especially when I saw at the beginning of 0.2, they showed Lucio off. He's trying to be like, yeah, you're going to get everything, like if not most, like you're gonna get almost everything, if not everything that has to do with the story when you play 3.
You think that like all the key stuff is gonna come back in Kingdom Hearts 3?
I definitely think. I mean, I think they're most definitely going to be talking about, even if it's not in a very direct way, like this character was this, or they don't show a flashback.
That's basically why I made those 2 videos way back when. It's because like everybody kept saying like, oh, you need to play this game to understand Kingdom Hearts 3. But I'm like, the majority of the stuff, even if it does end up coming back in Kingdom Hearts 3, I don't think that they specifically did anything in the movie that you need to know.
We'll say,
like,
I'll
yes,
say this: if they don't in 3, if they don't directly show a flashback or say, or have one of the characters say, remember when this happened, like if they don't do that, then you probably should at least look at back cover and not play Unchained Key. Like you don't need to play Unchained Key, you just need to watch back cover, because if they do a little hint thing that only us people would actually catch, be like, oh, that's who that was, that's what he was doing then, you're gonna be like, who the fuck is that? Who's the master of masters? Who is Lucy?
Yeah,
like,
but I don't think that it's like as important as everybody was making it out to be, because like the whole thing with like the tomb, it's like, yeah, well, Maleficent is gonna get the tomb, and I mean that.
I definitely the one thing I will give back the one thing I'll give back cover is that it definitely made a very new character seem way more important than I thought it was gonna be. Like Master of Masters seems like one of the most like the most interesting
the other like 5, who cares? Like no one's. I doubt that anything's gonna happen with them. They were just kind of there to be there.
Yeah.
I remember I mentioned this in a live stream, but it would have been very convenient if they didn't have those masks, because we would have been able to tell a lot about the characters if we just got to see their eyes. But that's just Kingdom Hearts. Anyways, so yeah, like the thing about the Keyblade. So yeah, he ended up passing the Keyblade. Somehow it ended up getting to Xehanort. How, honestly, is irrelevant. Like if you really think about it, like maybe Lucio was their master and he took it from them.
Yeah.
I don't really see why that would. And of course, if the box ends up showing up in Kingdom Hearts 3, we'll open it and we'll see what's in the box. We don't need Lucio to be there. We don't need the Masters to be there. So ultimately, I guess giving my final verdict on back cover, pointless.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, kind of was because they focused.
Good lore.
Yeah.
Like people sometimes mistake me when I say that something is unnecessary. That doesn't mean it's bad. Like I'm not saying it's not interesting to know all this stuff. It is, but it's not necessary.
Yeah, I mean, I will say, the fact that the 5 masters underneath the Master of Masters is really
the foretellers.
Yeah, the foretellers. They're not super important. Just because.
Super.
Because of the fact that they really aren't connected to Kingdom Hearts directly in any way, it seems like the only people that actually matter are the Keyblade wielders that they're training, because they are part of the Keyblade War that happens later on, and the Master of Masters and Lucio. That's really... But I will say, like, again, if Kingdom Hearts 3 doesn't directly show players that this happened back then, and it just gives you breadcrumbs like Kingdom Hearts usually does, I will say I do recommend you watching it, because
you gotta hit up that Kingdom Hearts Chi chronicle in the deep in the journals of Kingdom Hearts 3.
But yeah, I think it was pretty good. It was one thing I forgot to say, like, the fucking cutscenes, like, if these are like the cutscenes in Kingdom Hearts 3, this is gonna be dope. Like, no matter what. Like, if the cutscenes are this emotional and it has these camera angles and it looks that good, that's gonna be another thing.
Like cinematography and that stuff was great.
Yeah.
Like, we kind of touched about this a little bit earlier. The one thing that I think is weird about it is the fact that it still felt like the days encoded or recoded ones. With those, it made sense, because it was like, oh, there's a cutscene leading into actually, they even kind of fixed this in the recoded one. So more so on the days one, they were like, oh, there's a cutscene that leads into a boss, and then boss is dead. Like, it just cuts to the cutscene after it. And they did the same thing here, which made no sense to me, because there was no original cutscenes that they had to remaster. They literally did the whole, like, the fight between Envy and Aced, like, they're kind of fighting, and then it just cuts to, like, when they're already, like, gone their separate ways, and like, oh,
yeah, because I mean, I feel like it's just like, all right, you already know they're gonna fight, you know what's happening, we don't need to stretch this out even longer.
That, have you seen the secret ending of Kingdom Hearts 2? That shit.
Yeah, I know.
Like, Advent Children level physics.
Exactly. So yeah, I mean, I guess because the main focus of that cover wasn't for action, it was just like information. I guess they kind of want to just cut to it.
Yeah.
But they wanted to give you that little piece that was like, it did get this series between them, and this is what the Master of Masters is doing to them.
Yeah, so I guess, I gave my final thoughts. Darius, you gave your final thoughts. Ali, go ahead and explain where each piece of Terra is currently as of this point in the story.
Okay, I got you right now. I mean, obviously, there's Terranor. I mean, Terranor is a part of Xemnas. There's
final thoughts.
I feel like I was surprised like how like in depth this was. I was thinking like there wasn't.
You were thinking we were just gonna
much.
Get straight to the back. Let me start.
You're just gonna get straight to the back. But then I was really like captivated by like how well fleshed out like you guys could like really go in depth with it. And that's like basically with any medium with Kingdom Hearts. Like there's always more than what you actually
wait till the Kingdom Hearts audio drama.
The audio drama. Kingdom Hearts, so the drama, man. I mean, like I said, it was a great movie experience. I enjoyed it, but I guess I do agree with Dean to the point like you don't really need it to understand Kingdom Hearts at all.
I mean, again, to that point, whatever happens in Kingdom Hearts 3, we will see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's basically
people are always gonna say, "Oh, you'll never know until you play the game."
Yeah, that's basically anything that has to do with backstory, like the back cover, like
hashtag blame Aliahsan.
Hashtag take out your pitchforks, stab Aliahsan. Yeah, I mean, I can't be mad at what they made with back cover.
I'm honestly surprised we got as much as we did.
I mean, for 1 hour, as I was left a little bit like I wanted more. I wanted 1 hour and 30 minutes or like 2 hours.
You guys won't care about watching my blind reactions to it. You can find it on my second channel. It's my channel. I can plug my shit all I want.
This guy.
It's probably not going to be up by the time that I upload this video, but sometime, hopefully this month,
in the future,
I'll upload to my archive stream channel my blind reactions to back cover. So yeah, you can see me stumble through the names until I get to learn them finally.
Dave, let me give my final thoughts, please.
Were you not done?
No.
Go ahead, Ali.
In mid-sentence, I'm like, you
go
done?
Ahead,
like,
Ali. Go ahead.
Mid-sentence, bro. I Now I don't even know what I was gonna say. No,
Okay, you're done.
I really appreciated the character development. That's for sure. I mean, now I know who the foretellers actually are, not just silhouettes and stuff. Master of
They're
Masters, I
not-
think that was a highlight. I mean, there's so much like left, wanting more with Kingdom Hearts 3. It's set up pretty well. I mean, for 0.2, it set it up very well. For the Master of Masters, especially now, like I'm looking forward to like what's going on with Lushu in the box. Hopefully, that's gonna get answered. I mean, it's a question that you
Out
left
of the box.
open-ended. The box. We must know what happens in
Kingdom Hearts
the
3,
box.
the coffin.
Nah, Kingdom Hearts 3.1. What's the box? The box edition. And that I thought it was pretty good. But you're right. It could have been more in depth to explain.
You guys, I
things
just
better,
realized
but
if
it
you
was-
take your box of Kingdom Hearts 2.8, a box just like the box in back cover, and you look at the back cover of the box of the game.
Shut up.
I'm looking
that's
at it right
all I
now.
I was also gonna
What does
say,
it get?
if Kingdom Hearts 3 comes in the box that Lucio is holding, that would be fucking cool. Like if they have a special
like
edition.
Special edition.
Yes, that
like,
would be so
this
dope.
is the
Not that big.
We already have the mom edition. This is gonna be the box.
Not that
edition.
big,
Mom's
but
box.
if it was like a
I mean-
box with that design, that
We
would be
went
so
from
dope.
mom edition to mom's box edition.
Oh my god, upgrades. But I think that's about it from me. If you guys want to learn about I think 0.2.
I was
Plug it in.
I was
Plug it in.
about to say, Jesus
Plug it in.
Christ. If you guys want
it's
to
not very
follow me
nice,
on
is it,
Twitter, the links are in the. Let me stop. So obviously, Kingdom Hearts, Chi, Ki, Kai, Ko, Ku, whatever you want to call it, was a part of a collection, Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue, which came with 2 other actual games this time around, not movies. I know, what a shocker. And if you guys want to hear my thoughts and these 2 goofballs' thoughts on those, there will be one on each of their channels. We talk about Kingdom Hearts 0.2 over on Darius's channel, so you want to kind of like give yourself a little plug right before we leave.
Yeah, go ahead and follow me on Twitter. I just made a Twitter finally after 2 years, just because I was
Finally,
waiting for
yeah.
the right time. I don't like Twitter that much, but like now that I'm
You
trying.
should have made it just to take the username and then like not use it.
Yeah, they're saying that my username was too
I
fucking
like
long,
Twitter.
but
I used to hate Twitter. I like Twitter.
yeah, they were saying my username is too long anyway. I don't think anyone took it. It's just too
Crystallis.
it's just too long. But yeah, follow me on there at Crystallis_King, and go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Like he said, they got the other part talking about 0.2 on my channel, and yeah, that's about it.
And then of course we have us talking about the very famous Kingdom Hearts for the VCast over on let me stop. Kingdom
wish.
Hearts 3D Dream Drop Distance, or no, I'm sorry, Kingdom Hearts HD Dream
HD.
Drop Distance. You gotta have that
You gotta have
HD
the
up in there.
HD in there.
Which Aliahsan, of course, had never really played, so like he's kind of like his
My
first
fresh
thoughts on it and
thoughts.
that kind of stuff, which you will be able to find on his channel. So I guess either way, that is all that I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Oh, actually, I didn't let you talk, Ali. I should do that. Fuck it. Either way, that's all that I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to press that like button, subscribe, and as always, stay tuned for more Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts. Follow Ali on Twitter.
All things are Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts. There you go.
You can't say
Bye.
Blitz that like button. You gotta say something else.
The Blitz is in Kingdom Hearts.
All right,
Say Blitz.
we're
Oh, yeah,
good
you
now.
better,
We're
you
good
better
now, right?
Ragnarok that like button.
Anyways, bye guys.
Okay, bye.
Bye.